Hello.
How's it going?
Howdy.
My name's JT.
I'm Taylor. This is episode 1 of... Oh, I already forgot what we're calling it. Crosstalk. Yeah. Woo. Podcast. Yippee. Yeah. What are we clocking in at time wise? It's 1:52.
Now.
It's
now. Now.
Yes.
Now. We're starting now. All right.
Yeah.
Join some good old Black Rifle coffee.
Yep.
Real good.
JT has a very special brew going on right now.
Yeah, a little bit of Irish cream in it. It's really good.
That's one way to put it.
Let's start off with this.
We're very eepy, if you couldn't tell. Less eepy and more exhausted, at least on my end.
I am a worship drummer, and I do music. That's one of the main things that I jump to. Overall, that work at the music store, real easy things going on right now. Mm-hmm. I'd say spiritually, there's some fight because obviously if I'm going the right direction and God is pushing me in that direction, there's going to be some resistance. So the path is strong and righteous for some, but not for the faint, I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Taylor?
Is it my turn? Awesome. I'm Taylor. I get to play guitar for some occasions at my local church. The rest of the time is just in my free time because I'm just that cool. I currently work at Chili's. Hopefully this will take off and we will be millionaires, and then that will be my occupation. Is I just get to sit here and talk to lovely people.
Small introductions.
It's very late right now. Or would you say early, since it's technically the next day?
Nope, don't want to think like it that way. Don't want to think it like that way.
He does not want to think about the time right now.
Mm-mm. No, I do, but
he wants to ignore it. Because if you don't ignore it,
if I left now, I would be there at 3. I just want to put it that way. If I left right now, I'm keeping note.
What time do you have to be there?
8.
All right, we'll cut this at like an hour and a half. So we gotta just kind of keep yapping. Yeah. Why are you drinking so much water for?
I might be dehydrated.
From what?
I don't know.
That's like what, your second bottle in the last half hour? Maybe 45 minutes?
That's my second bottle here. I've had 5 bottles of water the entire day.
Including here?
No.
Oh, so it's 7 all day.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, why are you so...
I don't know.
That's a lot.
No,
You're drinking a lot of water.
No, it's not.
What?
We need that much water a day.
It depends on how big you are. It depends on the size of the person. I think I do not is required to drink that much water.
Let me ask this.
The bottle's that big? How many ounces does this hold?
Yeah, that's that Sam's Club water.
This is a 20-ounce bottle.
It's the Sam's
me you drink
water.
7 of those?
No, not these. Just like
you drink like the Great Value ones that are like 14.
No, it's called Music Mountain. I don't know where we get this water from, but it's at the church. It's called Music Mountain. I've had like multiple of those already.
And how much water is in that?
I can only imagine.
If that's 20 ounces, like how much is
20 ounces? It's probably like 14, 16 ounces.
Oh, well, then that's not a lot of water.
That is a lot of water, actually.
It's not. That's a lot of water.
Okay, but 16 versus 20.
Mm-hmm.
You're 4 off. You're 4 fluid ounces off.
You said 14 ounces, not 16.
I said 14 to 16 ounces.
You didn't say to 16. We're gonna. Hey, whoever's listening, please go back and fact check him and tell him he's wrong, because that's not correct. My coffee gone. All right. Topics. What are we going to talk about? First episode. We got to make good impression, or else people leave. Yeah, we gotta give them something interesting to latch onto. And tell them about the time you lost your pinky toe.
Yeah. So it's a stupid story. It really is.
It's quite a spectacle.
But
This was a recent occurrence. What are you doing?
okay. So here's the thing. I was playing drums one day, and I was playing barefooted.
Yeah.
So here's the bad thing about playing barefooted is that when you play barefooted, you have open toes and everything, so you're very susceptible to just like instantly messing up some things. So I was playing, and we have the double chain, and I got my toe caught too close to the chain, and it caught right in between.
Yeah.
And it was gruesome.
Dang.
But it bit, and it started to tear through my toe, and I was like, well, there goes my toe.
Yeah.
Now, for the people that don't know,
For the people that don't know, that's a lie.
yeah.
That's not true at all.
For the people that do know, it is true.
For the people that do know, you know.
You can leave them guessing.
You never let them know your next move.
Yep, never let them know your next move.
We're so exhausted.
Taylor, tell me about your,
Tell me about what? What?
let's see.
What things do you not know about me?
You're starting out gym experience. Like what led you to here with
What led
gym?
me to wanting to destroy my body as much as possible,
Yeah.
creating horrible
What was
joint
day
and
one?
ligament pain.
What was day one for you when you started at the gym? Where did it go?
Good Lord, that was years ago. Day one was a nightmare from what I recall, and I can't recall it very well. I started going to the gym, like Planet Fitness, when I was, I want to say like junior in high school. And I told my dad because I was a high schooler, therefore I was very insecure about my body. A lot more than now. I'm pretty comfortable in my skin nowadays, but back when I was like 16, I was not happy with the way I looked at all. And I basically told Dad, "Hey, please, I don't care. I'm going to hate you. Essentially, I'm going to not enjoy hanging out with you." But I need you to drag me to the gym, please, because I want to go, and I'm not going to go of my own volition. I need somebody to take me there. Mm-hmm. Pretty please do that for me. Thank you. I love you, Dad. I'm going to hate you, but I love you. And that is when it started. And I don't recall seeing a whole lot of results then, but I know other people did. It was a lot of...
That's usually how it happens.
My dad was definitely noticing. I think a few people noticed. And then once school actually started, because this was during summer break that I started going. And then once school actually kicked in, I kind of lost the time to be able to do it. Because we would go at like... mic check. That wasn't me. I didn't really have the time to do it. Because we would go at around like 11 o'clock. And be up there until maybe noon 30 or 1 o'clock. So an hour, 2 hours. In school, if I don't know if anybody here listening is from the Texas area, or if just in general your high school operated any different. We had to be up at the school. School started at like 7:45 for us. Was that the same for you?
Mm-hmm.
7:45. And would be out by 3:15. So by the time I was done with school, I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to go home and do literally nothing. On top of that, I didn't have a job, so it's not like I could really afford to go to or pay for my own Planet Fitness membership. Dad was working, so I couldn't exactly go with him. He would be off later than I would get off school. So
But if you're talking about when I really just like was actually able to start going by myself, that would be after I graduated high school. The summer after I graduated,
Which year did you graduate?
I graduated in 2020.
Okay, I graduated at the same time.
Yeah, I'm a wee little baby compared to so many people. I graduated at 17 too, which is even more of no excuse as to why I shouldn't be a millionaire by now with a 4-year degree. But I just don't like school, so I don't enjoy it. But I want to say it took a couple weeks for me to get back to going to the gym after I graduated. It was once again, it kicked up around the summertime, and I started going with my buddy. I don't know. Should I give his name, or should I just make up an alias until he's a guest on here? I think it'd be funny.
Would they be comfortable?
I don't know, because they're the kind of person to. Okay, I'm gonna, because I guarantee, I'm gonna call him Jihad. I bet you know who I'm talking about when I say that. He's a Jihad. If you're listening, I'm talking about you. Jihad is the kind of guy that. Good Lord, I'm so tired. Jihad is the kind of guy who, if you go to McDonald's, can I get a name for the order? He's like, yeah, my name's Rick. His name is not Rick.
I like that.
His name is the last thing that you would think of as Rick.
I like the witty comedic friends. They have just a bunch of wit.
It doesn't make sense. Why wouldn't you just... What are they going to do? Steal your identity?
No. It's just you know...
I don't
feel
even
like
think
when
it's
you
witty.
have moments in life like that, either you get two things. Either you get a worker that's like, okay, here's one of these guys.
Yeah.
Or you get a worker that's like, interesting, this could be funny, this could lighten up my day because my boss has been horrible to me all day.
Yeah, because it is very obvious. Rick is a very very typical, like, you hear Rick, you think of burly white guy. Jihad is very much not a burly white guy.
When I think of Rick,
when you think of Rick,
Coral.
When I think of Rick,
They're in the woods.
yeah, walkers all around you. They're in the woods.
Coral. They're in the woods.
Coral, you don't stop hitting the gritty. I hate this.
Okay, so,
I think of Rick. I think of you got soft hands, boy. I think
old
it's
man
about
Rick.
that.
Like just some old dude that's like,
we have an old dude named Rick at the church. He wears
awesome.
a bowl cut and he's got the Hulk Hogan mustache where he goes like down here.
I need to find this guy.
He works in the youth
I need to
department.
meet this guy. Sounds cool.
Yeah, next on April
When you have a
12th.
youth
April
pastor
12th.
that looks like a wrestler, you know you're doing it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Anytime he is like, "What's up, man?" And he shakes my hand like you're doing right now. You can't see it, but we're shaking hands.
very stiff
It's
hands.
such the way of a gentleman. But that is why I am hesitant to give his name on here, and I'm not even gonna. Even if he tells me,
But you
oh
still,
no, yeah, you can say it. No, yeah, you can put my name. No, you have to show up. Jihad, you have to be on the podcast to
anyways, you and Gene
to leak your name.
went to the
name
gym.
reveal. He was my gym partner actually. Jihad was my gym partner, which we'll get into a little quirk there here in a minute. But yeah, summer of 2020, a few weeks in, me and Jihad start going to the gym, and that is probably when I was at the time most confident in my body for a long time, because that's when I started seeing the results. Fun fact, anybody who goes to Planet Fitness, you know the little lockers that they have, it's not in the locker room, it's the little lockers out in the open, like by the actual gym equipment. Why are you fiddling your car? Is that empty? Are you done?
No.
Oh no, you're not. Forgive me.
You're good.
anybody who actually like goes to work out at Planet Fitness, you know the little cubby lockers they have, where you put the little 4-digit combination on there. Well, Jihad started using a combination 0893. If you ever run into me at Planet Fitness, come up and talk to me, and then I'm going to leave, because now you know the combination that I use to this day. I still use this every single day, and this was 4 years ago. He never gave me the reason why we used that combination. That's just what we used. 0893, 0893, 0893. Oh, just every single time that me and him went to the gym, we put our stuff in the locker, 0893, 0893. And I kept using that for a long time. Even after he stopped
It's
going with
homie's
me.
birthday and you just forgot.
Is it? Hold on, no. No, you had me for a second.
0893.
08 makes me think August.
August.
But 9 and 3 are completely irrelevant, because his birthday is so his birthday is the 8th. I had to count because I'm 2 days older than him. His birthday is the 8th. 0893.
What year was he born? 03?
02, like me.
02?
Yeah,
Okay.
me and him are.
I'm gonna say if it's 03, then.
Me and Jihad are literally only 2 days apart. I'm older than him by like 2 days.
Okay. It'd be funny if it was, but it's after.
It would be. Dude. You had me for a second. I was like, are you serious? I genuinely was about to start tweaking. It was like, oh my god, it's been his birthday, and I'm over here like, oh no, yeah, I have zero clue what the relevance of this number is. Funny part is, he doesn't either. I use that combination to this day, just out of habit now. But I remember I asked him. He stopped going to the gym with me. I asked him one day. I was like, "Hey, what's the relevance of this little combination?" He said, "I don't know." I was like, what? Yeah. Yeah. If I use like just random obscure numbers for anything, it either has zero meaning or it has very relevant meaning. I was like, and you don't remember what this is? No. Okay, cool, I guess.
So, when you, after a certain point in time, I think I remember a little bit of the story, you were kind of just going by yourself for a little bit. What gave you motivation and discipline to continue to go to the gym?
Oh, it sucks. It genuinely sucks, bro. Even nowadays, it's really hard. Because if you're going up there by yourself, it's a chore. It is very much a chore. Which is why I'm kind of glad that I've made friends that will kind of go at the times that I go. Because it's kind of not a guarantee, but it's like very likely that I'm going to run into them. And it's going to make the experience of going to the gym just like 10 times more pleasant.
Yeah.
Because then it doesn't feel like a chore anymore. It is like so much more fun to be doing this thing that you hate with people you enjoy. So finding the motivation to go by yourself is really difficult. Honestly, I don't know exactly the words to put into that. It definitely takes a lot. Making it a habit is definitely probably the best way to do it. I remember I was setting I think you remember setting my alarm for like 6:30 a.m. Getting up at the absolute butt crack to hit the gym, and I was doing that like day after day after day after day after day, to the point where I would start to like actually just naturally wake up at that time. So it would get kind of easier to actually wake up. And in all honesty, it wasn't really the getting or going to the gym part, at least at that time when I was just getting up stupid early. It wasn't the actually getting up and going to the gym. It was getting out of bed that sucked.
Yeah. I know one of the biggest things that I stumbled to was consistency. You said, being consistent and waking up at like 6 and having that alarm set and then eventually naturally waking up. I think that's the first step because I know myself. At one point before I had moved, I was waking up regularly and going almost every day possible and having maybe a couple of rest days. Once I moved, I lost a lot of time that I thought I could have been working on to do that and focused in on music, which I'll talk about later. But I can see there's a lot of things that I'm relating to on that part.
Yeah.
But the part that I literally did was wake up at 6 and simply just roll out of bed. The first thing is what I did, and from
It's horrible.
the first day, I will say, I spent time just rolling out of bed and just knowing that, okay, this is possible. I can
Yeah.
actually get up and not, try and fight against it and not let my body fight
It's like
against
once you're standing up, then it's kind of easy to actually get
Yeah.
moving.
Now, the hardest part that I found was getting up, getting in my car, and then driving all the way there. And then
That's my
driving
favorite
away.
part.
Well, that's the funniest part for me because it's
At least nowadays, that's my favorite part. Well, I don't go in the morning anymore. I a lot of times will go in the late afternoon or evening because used to. All right, so this is pre-COVID. Planet Fitness used to be 24 hours, 7 days a week. We know that. Once COVID happened, that's when we know, that was the end of the era of 24-hour Walmarts. I don't know is that just us or there's all 50 states like no more 24-hour Walmarts?
Yes, like a lot. Well, not all 50, but there's a lot of them. There's some that are still 24 hours and some that are not.
Oh, well, God bless them. But, at least around here, that was the end of 24-hour Walmart. And also the end of 24-hour Planet Fitness. At least 24 hours, 7 days a week. Nowadays, they have changed their hours. Mondays through Thursdays, they are open 24 hours. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they still close at a certain time, around 10 or 9 o'clock. And
Also,
so,
just feel like that's business industry standard because it's like I've noticed something about working at small places with like small crews is that yes, it could take a 3-man to 2-man staff to run a Planet Fitness to make sure it's clean and good and everybody's putting and racking weights. But once it gets pretty late in the night, that's when it becomes a skeleton crew, and that's when you're literally just one guy in there or 2 guys in there, and you're holding it down because.
but also the people that there's not a whole lot of people there from like midnight to Christ, like, because they open up at like 4 a.m., 5 on these days that they actually like have a set closing hour at nighttime. So they still open at the absolute butt crack, but I think it wouldn't really be that much of a hassle to have like 2 or 3 people in there running that night shift.
Yeah.
Like, very much, yes, don't make it the same people that are running your day shift. Don't work your people to death, please. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
But also, why can't we? That's 3 more days. Why can't we have that?
True.
But it's definitely, the drive there nowadays is my favorite part. Because by the time I'm actually going to the gym, I've already been working for either the entire day or half the day. And that's when I kind of just get to, I don't want to say, it's kind of by myself. I get in my own space. Because I'm at work, I'm talking to my coworkers and stuff. I'm at home, I'm with my family and all that. And while, yes, I'm not by myself, there's other people in the gym, I just kind of tune out everyone else. It's just me. I'm there to get done what I need to get done. It's kind of my, I don't want to say me time, because that's not exactly accurate. I get plenty of me time at home. But it's definitely, probably more accurate as a stress reliever.
Yeah. I think I take the gym time as time to really listen, connect to your body on what it wants. I think there's one thing that I kind of use for a little bit is that, okay, what can I do today and what will my body allow me to do? Of course, that's just limiter talk, and I like to break limits sometimes, so usually I do push for that extra hour or so and just be like, I'm in here 1 hour and my body says, let's go home. But what if that's just the body limiter and I can push past that limiter? Usually I do. Sometimes I don't. But I'll say that the cool part about gym time is that you don't need a lot of time in the gym to get what you're looking for.
Not at all.
Just simple repetition, time under tension, that time you spent flexing your muscle up to contraction and back down to releasing. And just getting a full on, you actually feel it when you do that. And you start to feel that there's a little bit of formulation happening with those muscles, and you start to feel shape, and you start to, feel a little bit more solid. And that's when you have a pump, you have muscle growing, you have muscle growth beginning, and you're starting to really feel it more in your arms, and you're starting to feel blood flow more there, because now your body thinks, hey, I'm using blood here. So that is one of the key points. But I think that time spent in the gym is definitely a moment for your body to connect and be like, this is how I feel about this. This is what we should do.
Yeah.
And if you listen to your body, you'll probably notice, hey, maybe I shouldn't lift this weight at this weight, level. A lot of us tend to get in the gym and start
Immediately start heavy, yeah. Just
throwing
throw
heavy
it.
weights. But I think the hard part about throwing heavy weights is that once you start throwing heavy weights, that's when you get stretch marks. That's when you get,
Also, depending on...
joint pain, other things like that.
And you also just get really fatigued immediately. Like, if that's what you start doing is just throwing like a 80 or 90 pound barbell around, just doing curls like a madman, and you throw out like 4 or 5 of them because that's all you can do. And then the rest of your superset is just going to be absolute garbage.
I'll say it's cool to drink water and
I don't.
keep your body
Water.
yeah.
I am constantly just slamming caffeine.
It's good for your body to have water in a lot of things, but the scary part about majority of workouts that you do is that your body requires so much oxygen during you working out that you'll get lightheaded. You'll get headaches.
Oh yeah, please breathe. Oh my
So-
gosh. I remember Jordan told me a horror story one time about his friend that literally just does not breathe while he works out. He turns bright red. He said that he was he was talking to his friends, like Jordan's friend was talking to them, their little group. He was like, "Yeah, I gotta go home. I don't really feel that great." And then he got home and then passed out like from lack of oxygen, and I think he said he had to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Like, please breathe.
The
in
body
and out. Do not hold your breath while you are working out. It's
body
not good for you.
scarcely requires a lot of oxygen while working out. So when
So
you walk in with
depriving it of that oxygen by holding your breath
Yeah.
is not the best idea.
walking in with the intent of throwing around heavy weight off the bat because you want to seem the biggest and be the biggest does not help. So definitely watch what you're doing there.
100%. I will absolutely say it definitely sucks when a particular day you go in there and you do not hit a set that you wanted to. You go to hit your max and you can't rep out what you usually can. It makes me feel so defeated, dude. It is genuinely. That's probably the thing I hate most about if I hit the gym is just, you ain't done with your coffee yet. Quit whining. Sorry about that. He's over here trying to sign to me. There you go. That's like another 20 or 30 minutes of energy right there. Yeah, that is just... I genuinely, like, there will be times where I debate leaving. I won't lie at all. Like, I'll be doing incline or something, and I'll have a plate on each side, and I can only rep out, like, 5, maybe 4 or 5. And, you know, I always try to do, like, at least 8 or 10. And I'll hit that 5. It's like, dude, I don't even want to be here anymore. And it genuinely makes me just not want to be at the gym for the rest of that day, and I have to constantly say, okay, go do the next thing. Come on. Nope, you can't leave. Don't leave. Why would you leave? What a waste of $20 if you left right now.
Yeah.
What a waste of $20 in some pocket change on that energy drink you just drank, and now you get to go home and freaking sit with your hands under your legs and do nothing while you try to let all the 300 milligrams of go-go juice course through your veins. I was like, dude, just ride it out. Like your worst thing. It's like what is if you're in the gym, just like, dude, this, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, what could genuinely push you to just like almost just go home and not even finish?
Like the most. Okay, so
Just such a big like inconvenience or a big like horrible thing that can happen to you in the gym, and that just will straight up make you like, no, rack your weights, grab my stuff, I'm going home.
So I think
I don't care that I haven't finished my workout yet.
The worst thing I've stumbled upon was one day working out and getting a extremely rough headache. So it's like I had enough water, I've been breathing right and using.
You
breathing
had
technique.
food.
I had food. Like my body was ready to do this, but it just said no. So and that's one of the funniest things because it's like
not want to do
it's like you know when your rest day is coming up and when you need to take a rest, when your body does that. That's when the moment you wake up and you get into the gym and you know you got to be at work at around 9 and you got up there at like 6, you can easily turn back around after maybe getting 20 or 30 minutes of work in and then saying, this ain't today.
This is not.
And then go back and you got like 6, 7, 8, 9. So you got like maybe 3 or 2 hours of sleep to get in just to rest your body up a little bit more before you go to work.
Because that is very much where all of the muscle growth and recovery comes in, is when you are asleep. As the great Sam Silik once said.
With that,
No, we got a quota to meet, big boy. Come on. I don't think we even hit an hour yet.
990
93 seconds.
bars basically is an hour.
That's seconds.
That's not seconds.
Yeah, that's seconds, bro.
That's not seconds.
Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Each one of those itty bitty dots is a second.
It's like a dude.
Each one of those tiny brackets that we pass, that
This is not
counts
like
as a
actual
second.
time that we're reading here, though. This is musical
I'm not gonna
bars.
sit here and debate this with you.
These are bars of music. that we're talking about.
I'm about to start dropping bars on your skull. Come on, just a few more topics.
He changed the rating of this entire conversation.
No,
Yeah,
I haven't
you
said a swear word. I'm a child of God. I said we've been talking. We've been gym ratting this entire time. Let's do something else. Let's broaden our audience real quick. That way we don't have people dip on the entire first episode. What's a goofy little thing we can talk about? Your silence is deafening.
How many podcasts have you done?
None, but so far I'm having a great time.
We gotta work on your social commentary skills.
I don't talk to a lot of people, JT. Well, also you have to remember the hour and our current state of being.
Today's sponsored by Crosstalk.
Today is sponsored by Ghost.
Ghost.
There we go.
Yeah, Ghost. Hey man,
Ghost, hey,
if you haven't gotten there and
Ghost,
tried that strawberry
please.
lemon,
A strawberry lemonade Ghost. Oh my gosh. They released that recently, and I just can't get enough of it. Please, Ghost, sponsor me, please. Ghost, I'll say whatever you want me to. Just please give me a paycheck. I beg of you. Today's episode is sponsored by Texas Roadhouse.
Yeah. Oh no. That's why I didn't want to say.
Oh no. Toriyama has passed away.
No.
Toriyama passed away.
No, I don't
I'm
want to talk
sad.
about that. I don't want to talk about that. It's gonna hurt my brain.
It's gonna hurt your feelings. You're
Hurt my
crying.
brain. Yeah, I'm already crying.
He's crying right now.
I'm already crying.
That's JT crying noises.
Yeah. Yeah. That was wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
You're too loud, and you gotta do it like this. I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
That is not how he says it.
Nah.
He's very loud with it.
Nah. He's loud with it, but I'm not though.
I don't think that's true.
I guess to close out for the rest of the night is
Because JT's friggin' eepy and has to go to sleep.
yeah, I got a job to be to tomorrow.
You have to get out. I could just stay asleep.
That's good
Actually,
for you.
that's
good for you.
That's not true at all because I have to lock you out of my house.
That's good for you.
That's not good for me. I have to wake up.
Yeah, I know. But anyways, ultimately, as you guys all know, Easter is coming up.
It is. It's
This is
in
Easter week.
I
This
have
is,
zero clue when we'll upload this to whatever we're uploading it to. We'll figure it out. I'll probably try and figure out how to put this on Spotify. Somebody told me that we can actually make money by doing this on Kick, but that has to be streamed.
oh wait, we gotta do this then. Happy Easter, everybody. Wait. Happy past Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter right now. Happy Easter tomorrow. Happy Easter in 2 days from now. Happy Easter yesterday or the day before yesterday.
Or last week.
However long it was.
Last month. Whatever.
A couple years ago.
No, we're going too far.
No, I don't think it's too far.
You're gonna upload it next year.
No.
Good. Okay.
No,
so-
you don't know when somebody will listen to the first episode.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They can listen to it 2 years in the future. Hello, future person.
But
Time travel. It's a crazy thing.
But yeah, I
Easter.
think as we roll up on Easter all together,
Closing messages.
I think as we roll into Easter, that we'd be thinking about a few things. One, for all of us that are saved, I hope that when we find a seat on Sunday morning, or if we do find a seat, because it's going to be pretty packed, to be honest, that...
And if it's not, invite somebody, please. Invite people to your church.
But that...
If you don't attend church, find somebody who does and invite yourself.
Yeah. But I pray that,
Church shouldn't annex you, and if it does, it is clearly not a good church.
or we should pray that we have soft hearts and minds in this process that we're going to go through. And for the people that aren't saved, that haven't found a church or a church home, they're like, when I mean by church home, I mean like you're planted in the place you're at and you're there. So,
Yeah.
Just when you find that planted area, but that those hearts and will be softened, and your mind would just be able to hear and listen and be able to grasp and understand a couple of concepts of what they might be talking about on a Sunday sermon. Also pray that throughout this time that more people just come to Jesus. I think that's one of the most ultimate things.
Very important thing.
Is that out of everything that we do here, is that we all ultimately have a relationship with Jesus, because it's very scary for any Christian to hear, "Away from me, for I never knew you."
Those words genuinely
Those are some powerful, hurtful words to say.
I'll pass that quote sometimes. Just on any sort of social media, and I genuinely just like feel hurt in my heart just reading that.
So I think ultimately when we try and get caught up in, oh, we need to go to church, oh, we need to do this, oh, I need to take communion, oh, me as a musician, oh, I need to prepare and practice, oh, I need to get so stuck up into music to where I have no time for God, and when it comes time for me to meet God, He didn't have time for me because it says, away from me, for I never knew you. So I think ultimately we all need to spend time resting within the Lord, because He's given us a day, and we shouldn't take it for granted, because the Sabbath day is a day of rest and a time to really connect and talk to Him. So hopefully in that time we truly see relationships form, and instead of just traditions formed, because ultimately the church is not a tradition. The church is a hospital for the broken, and broken people come there to get helped and saved every day. Final thing about this I'll say is that with our lives that we're holding and carrying on throughout today, is that whatever we do, we're glorifying God in it all. And that could be a lot of things. That could be this podcast, by just this conversation that we came down to at the very end of talking about God. Or you're walking around and you're wearing a hat that's from your church or from some event. Or you're a musician and you're wearing a hat that's very worship-based, and someone asks, and that opens up such a big door to plant a seed and just tell a story about how you got here and how God has worked to get you here. Even if you're not even a part of the worship team, that works outside of worship team. You have your church, your home church hat. You have
I'm just wearing a cross.
Wearing a cross around your neck. Just very small, funny, things that really do lead to... You have a verse
tattooed on you. Somebody asks about it. Tell them.
And then,
talk to them.
And ultimately, just having, the thought that whenever you have a conversation, some point, when it's lasting as long as it should, try and find a way to end up on God. Talk about your faith. I just find that those three things right there that we talked about right there are very important as Christians. Is that
they're very big things.
We have soft hearts and soft minds for God, to where we can hear and be open to His healing works, and that we're also able to connect with Him and not just know about Him and learn about Him and do everything for Him, because at the end of the day He's going to say, well done, my good and faithful servant, not well done, my good and faithful student, good and faithful
good job,
studier
guy who believed in me.
Yeah, but you had faith in everything, and just believing in Him in the toughest moments, and having true faith. And then also just the last thing, like I said earlier, it's just really glorifying Him in your small moments that you have, because that could definitely open up a door. And if the person rejects it first, their heart has been softened to the words that have been inspired by God through you, and the Holy Spirit has talked through you. And that person doesn't know it yet, but they're about to experience an incredible big change. With that, hope you have a blessed week.
Hopefully we will be making more episodes. Are you probably gonna come by tomorrow?
I'm gonna try.
I say, because you said even if you left at 8, that'd be like no, because then you just show up and go to bed.
Basically,
if you were able to skedaddle at like 6, get over here around like 8 or 9, I'd probably be off work, and then we could record at like at the earliest 10 if I don't get off at like 8 or 8:30. If we did that, maybe we could record at 9, get a decent couple of hours done, maybe even 3 with more proactive neurons. And then after that, who knows? We could maybe set up a Discord call or something, do it virtually. Because waiting several weeks for you to get into town is probably not ideal for consistency.
Sure. But with that, I guess we're done.
Yeah, I suppose. For now.
Hey, keep that crosstalk going outside.
Crosstalk.